Welcome to another episode. It's a it's a beautiful day. So actually, in this video, we wanted to actually talk about the cost of producing poultry, the cost of going into the cost that you incur when you want to go into poultry farming. So I have here with me an expert in poultry who has been poultry for more than a decade now. So let's talk about investing in poultry farming. What is the cost and what are the things that you need to consider before you go into poultry farming?
Thank you, sir. Poultry farming is a lucrative business. However, you can start poultry farming from a little to be big. Now, and in establishing a poultry farming,
Let,
farm,
okay,
okay,
let's start with what are the things that you need to put in place before you start a poultry farming?
okay. In establishing a poultry farming, the things that you need to put in place depends on the birds you want to go into.
Okay,
Either layers or broilers or parent stock.
okay. Now, let's assume now we have someone that is interested in all the three.
Not a three.
All the three. So what are the things that someone will need to put in place for that?
So if someone is interested in parent stock, you have to have a large pen. Parent stock is they are the mother, that the pedigree
Okay.
that give birth to the young offspring.
Okay.
So in parent stock, you have to have a large pen because you cannot do them inside cage.
Okay.
They will be on a deep litter.
That's deep litter.
Yeah, because they have to cross.
Okay.
I mean, in a parent stock, they have to cross. No, the crossing will give us a butter egg, which we take to hatchery,
Okay.
to ash for the offspring.
Okay. So now we talk about for parent stock, you need just to consider deep litter.
Deep litter.
So now for broiler, what are the things that you need to consider?
Broiler did well mostly on deep litter also.
Deep litter. Okay.
Because they have to move around, eat, and drink a lot of water.
Okay.
So when you do broilers on deep litters, they tend to become more bigger than you doing them in cage. It does depend on the cage.
Okay.
You can also take broiler inside the cage. Depend on the cage. Some cage, they are so wide that they have produced them for the broilers.
Okay.
So now, with that one, it will give us a big size of birds.
Okay. So now let's now talk about layers. So what are the things that is needed? Is need to put in
Layers. Layers need more ventilation.
Okay.
You can as well do it as inside battery cage and as well as deep litter.
Okay.
Now in doing layers in deep litter, you have to provide a well ventilated housing, which is pen.
Okay.
The laying space.
Okay.
And other things like that can prevent it from entering into the farm.
Okay. Now let's now talk about the cost. What is the cost of investing in parent stock right now?
The cost of investing in parent stock is so high. If you have not eaten well, you can't go into parent stock.
Yeah, let's say determination.
Yes, you must be determined. Now, if you want to go into parent stock, at least now, with housing, you must prepare for 10 million.
10 million naira to start. And I mean, what is that's the rough estimate of going into parent stock.
Yeah, rough estimate.
Rough estimate,
yes.
Excluding the pen or including the pen?
Excluding the pen.
Excluding the pen?
Yes, the poultry bird now, in fact, when they are selling a day-old broiler at rate of 1,500 naira, 550 naira. Now you want to go into parent stock, you buy both male and female.
Okay.
Of which the cost now is even more than 10,000 naira per bird. So in going to parent stock, you have to calculate well. You have to make your findings well. You have to do your feasibility study well, because you cannot play a joker card with them.
So for 10,000 birds, that's around 10 million naira.
No,
For 1,000 birds, that's 10.
in fact, that 1,000 birds, let's say for 500 birds or so, you know, because they have to feed and they must observe all the vaccination
Because they are
because they are the parent stock.
they are parent stock.
If they don't observe all the vaccination, it will tell on their offspring.
Okay, okay. So let's talk about the cost of investing in broiler now, which is also regards as chicken.
Okay,
Let's talk about, let's say 1,000 or 500.
if you are going to broiler of 500 now,
Rough estimate.
rough estimate of 500 birds. It depends on the week you want to rear them for.
Okay.
If you're rearing for 5-6 weeks, you can see people for like 2 million naira.
Okay.
Because of the high cost of feeding. For 6 weeks, you can see people for like 2 million naira for 500 birds. With the feeding, with the medication and the vaccination, you know, they have a short span.
Yes.
Short span. So with that one, you can prepare for like 2 million naira, which will be at 90% of the whole production.
So now let's talk about layers now.
Layers also take a lot of money because they stay for a long time.
Okay.
They have the lifespan of like the breeder.
Okay.
But the parent stock. You know, they too, they must observe all the old vaccination. Like now,
they can stay in cage, right?
They can stay in cage.
Okay.
Like now, a point of laying birds. Now outside there now 20 weeks is 6,000 naira or more per bed.
Per bed. So for 1,000 bed, that's 6 million naira.
Yes, that's 6 million naira. Of which now you bring that bed now inside, they will not lay as at that week. Some will lay 2 weeks after. And you still give them like 4 weeks,
3 weeks
before they start feeding themselves.
So it's very costly.
It's very costly now,
to even
unlike some years back.
Okay.
Like I still use that's where I started running 300 birds.
From 300
layers birds with cockerel.
So you started with
around 100,000 naira.
Okay, you started from laying. You started your poultry farm from 300 birds.
Yes, I started with layers and cockerel then.
Okay.
So then, yeah.
So why with this cost of poultry now, is it still profitable to go into
Yeah, it's profitable because what you buy is what you sell. As you feed them, the cost of feeding, you put it on your produce.
That's why it is likely that food might not come down in the country.
It's unlikely.
It's unlikely. So thank you.
Just like of recent now, an egg is being sold for 250, 300 naira.
Yes.
Because of the high cost of feeding.
200, 250, 300.
It's on the high side.
It's on the high side. So thank you for this video. So thank you for sharing your knowledge about poultry farming. So for someone that is interested in going to poultry farming, please you have to consider your pockets before you go into poultry farming. Thank you, and
it cannot be dabbled into.
So thank you, and see you in our next video.